إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Okay, today we are in our lesson dealing with Ajrumiyah. What are we dealing with? And in these lessons here, I need you to pay close attention because we're going through the text. We're not doing any other things. We started off the text. It goes like this. Who can recite it to me at the beginning? Recite it then.
فالاسم بالقبض وبالتنوين أو دخل اليراب فقف ما قفوا وبحروف القبض وهي من إلى وعن وفي وعلى
ورب
والباء وعلى
والكاف
والكاف واللام ومنذ ولعل حتى.
Stop right there. Jazakallah khair. You guys ever see those guys on TV when they're lifting weights, at the gym? And they're encouraging him. You can encourage your brother. You can help him. If he drops a word, you can stick it in there with him. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? Him and there was another brother named Mustafa. Those two guys were going for the ijazah in this text. And they're the two most strongest people that I've met thus far in English that know how to do this text right here in the New York area. Okay? Out of all the people who may talk the talk, him and Mustafa, those are the two of the best ones that know, that I say know the text so to the part that they know. Okay? Okay, so if you have time, when we're not in class, go to him and ask him your questions. Okay? There are certain people who are honest. In Mauritania, you can go up to a person and say, have you studied this? They'll tell you yes or no. If they tell you yes, they are not lying. They will not say they studied it unless they read it to a person. Not that they read it. They might have read the text you're talking about, but if they haven't read it to a sheikh or a teacher, they will say no. Do you understand that? Be like that. Be like that. Getting along. He said, Innal kalama indana. What does faltastami mean? So then listen up. Lafdun murakkabun mufidun. So we said lafdun murakkabun mufidun qad wudi'. And the word is wudi'a. Wudi'a al-murad, the objective with wudi'a, which literally means it's placed, meaning it's placed and put grammatically in Arabic's own form. What did I say? Placed and put with Arabic's own form, along with having being intended, meaning the person wasn't sleeping. Okay? You have to know that. Now, إن الكلام عندنا فلتستمع لفظ مركب مفيد قد وضع. Can I complete it? أقسامه 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 التي عليها يبنى. What is it? اسم وفعل ثم حرف معنى. Okay, so we start off by saying أقسامه. What does أقسامه mean? No, أقسام is from the word قسم. Qism is a part of something. Okay, a fraction. It's fractioned, it's parts. You understand? It's broken down into aqsam, into 3 different pieces. You guys got me? So the first thing it says a word is lafdun murakkabun mufidun qad wudi'. That's what a word is. Now the types, aqsam, the types of words now. See, first we say a kalima. Say kalima. And we have the definition of a kalima. The definition of a kalima, what's in there? It's lafdun, right? Murakkab. What else? Mufid. And what else? And wudi'a. Right? That's what's in here. That's what's in a kalima. Next, we know there's 3 types of kalimat. Right? Three types. What are they? And the three types that this word is built upon. Alayha yubna, meaning that speech. Because we start off al-kalam. I said kalima, but I said al-kalam. Say kalam. Let me erase this part, not do it like that. But one kalimat, kalima is this, but many kalimat is kalam, right? So kalam is built on three types of words. Okay? Kalam is built, I shouldn't put it this way, it goes this way. Kalam is built and based upon three types of words. Meaning in kalam, you'll only find how many types of words?
Three types of words.
Right? Meaning that you may call it this, that, and the other thing, but really it's just one of these three things. Right? We may get into tafasil, details about this one and details about, but it's really just what? One of? Did I say that enough times?
Yes.
How many types of speech are there? Three. No, give me more than one word.
There are three types of speech.
You guys gonna give me, I'm gonna sit up here and spaz out, you know? There are three types of speech, and when you teach this, you tell the person to give you a full sentence. Because then you see the person who's halfway asleep, three. He doesn't know what he's saying. But if he says, oh, there are three types of speech, even if he's sleeping, now he keeps recurring in his head. He got it there. He got it, because he got the sentence. You got me? No. So, al-kalam is built on three types of speech. What are they? There is an ismun. There is a, and there is a harfun. Now, we need to know what these three things mean. Literally, an ismun is what? What is it? Supernoun. Dun, 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 dun. Supernoun. Why is it a supernoun? What is a noun? Person, place, or thing. Give me an example of a person.
Doctor.
The doctor, right, okay. Give me a place. Masjid. Give me a thing. Pen. Okay, and that's a physical thing. Give me a metaphysical thing. Islam. Who cares? I don't want democracy. I want Islam, you know. Democracy. Democritus was a homosexual guy in the time of
Did you forget description?
No, I didn't. We're dealing with nouns.
Okay.
We're not doing super nouns. Democritus was in the time of antiquity, so to speak, where everybody's name meant something, right? And Democritus, what was his idea? That everybody should do whatever they want to, and they have the right to do what they want to, no matter how it affects the rest of the greater society. That was the rule of Democritus. And they called it democracy, right? What is the rule of Islam? Because if you put it in the categorically statement, you say Democritus' statement is the rights of the individual outweigh the rights of the jama'ah, right? Of the collective, right? The collective community, the benefits of collective community. That's why my punk neighbor plays his reggae music so loud and I can't really do anything about it, right? So that's his right, they would say. But what's the rule in Islam? The rule, now?
The rule is Islam is so you have to believe in six things.
لا أقصد ذلك ميمونة. استمع. جزاك الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. She's going to give the 6 fundamental pillars of Islam. Alhamdulillah, 6 pillars, 6 fundamentals of every man, which is true. Islam has that fundamental rule. But I mean by this in a different way, right there, with barakallah fiki. Now, I don't want your left hand. Yes. No ums. Come on. Take a breath. Say it.
It means in Islam we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the legislator of the laws and that is who we follow.
Yes, that's true, but that's not what I'm looking for. Here I'm looking for an usuli principle. An usulific principle. The usulific principle here is that, just like democracy's rule was that the rights of the individual greatly outweigh the rights of the collective whole, right? Islam is opposite that way. Islam says the rights of the jama'ah, the rights of the collective, outweigh the rights of the individual. You understand that? So if I have the right to do something, if it imparts some harm on the jama'ah, then I do not have that right. Do you understand how that goes? So for us to say, for these people who are thinking they're being moderate, thinking they're being modern, and being, you know, what is the word that they use? liberal, or well, I don't know what they try to be these days, or up to date. And they say, yes, democracy, we love democracy, oh, Obama, and all this type of stuff like that. Barakallahu fihim, may Allah guide them and us. May God guide us and them. Democracy is nothing that the Muslim believes in. Never does he believe in that. The Muslim believes in a dictatorship. Alhamdulillah, the Prophet ﷺ lived in a dictatorship. And so did Abu Bakr. And so did Umar. And so did Uthman. And so did Ali. We like a dictatorship. And just like they told Abu Umar, if you don't rule properly, we're going to kick you off. That's our right. Does American democracy believe in that? Yes. It says in the Constitution, we hold these truths to be one. It says it comes a certain time in the Declaration of Independence where people get oppressed, they can overthrow the shackles of oppression. That's what they did to Britain, right? They said, you guys don't treat us right, we're going to do like this. So Muslims need to learn what our Constitution actually means and what it's based on, instead of constantly claiming and screaming out the things that the kuffar claim out, thinking that they're correct. Okay? Now, that was a sidebar that really didn't have anything to do with the class, but, was very important for those people who don't like the sidebar. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not going to say his name. Astaghfirullah. I don't even remember his name. Alhamdulillah. But the supernoun is different from a noun. How is a supernoun different from a noun?
Because it includes description.
Right, because this has just three things, right? Person, place, a thing. A supernoun includes what? Descriptions. Give me a description. Beautiful. Outstanding. Beautiful. Smart. Green. Description. Okay? So that is all included in the supernoun. What is a fi'lun? Action word. Action word. All right? Movement. He did something. Then we have harf. What does harfun mean? Come on, we went over harf for like 9 weeks, right?
The smallest letters, they're letters or connectors.
They're connectors. Right, but what do we know about a harf?
Letter.
Let's go to the sheikh. Go ahead, give it.
With extra meaning.
It has a letter that has extra meaning, but that's not what we mean here. In the context of grammar, what do we need?
Connector.
It's a connector. It's a connector. Give me some connectors. In. On. Go ahead again, third one. Huh? From. Okay? In, on, from. Those are some connectors. That's in the context. Now let's break this verse of poetry down. Aqsamuhu. This who goes back to kalam. Okay? So it's as it's saying aqsamul kalam. Okay? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yes.
Okay. Aqsamul kalam allati. That which mean this here is in the types of speech that are alayha, that speech. Okay, that speech alayha, upon these three types. Okay? Yubna, it is built. Speech is built. You guys followed me? Do I need to do that again?
Yes.
Okay. The types of speech. Aqsamul kalam. The types of speech that upon these types, right? Speech is built. That's what you mean. I broke it down linguistically to say each word, but we don't have to put it that way. We can say the types of speech that upon it speech is built. Okay? I drew it here. These things are what speech stands on. Speech is built up of three words, right? Three types of words. An ismun, a fi'lun, or a harfun. Now, we told you what they mean from the English perspective. Now we have to tell you what they mean from a grammatical perspective. An ismun literally is from the word sumu. Sumu. It's from this word we get the word sama, which means to be lofty and high. Right? So it's as if somebody says, what's your lofty name? Yeah, your name is the loftiness, the thing that you're rufi'at. You get it, guys? Masmuk. Fahamt? What's the thing that raises you up? Your name. Masmuk. You guys get it? Nice, right? MashaAllah. Okay, now that we got that, what does it mean? It is a kalimatun. Together, come on guys, it should be second nature to us, right? Kalimatun dallat ala ma'nan fi walam taqtaran bi zaman. It is a word that points to a meaning in and of itself, meaning independent of any other word. It is a word that has a meaning that's free of need of having another word to define what that word is talking about. Does that make sense? Like, for example, man. We don't need another word to define and to describe what we mean when we say that word man. Right? It is independent. And it points to its own meaning. And it's not tied to a time frame. A fi'lun is a word, kalimatun, dallat ala ma'na fi nafsiha wa qad iqtaranat. And it is tied to ihda thalathat al-azmina. It's tied to one of the three time frames. What are the three time frames? Give me one. Thank you. Give me two. Don't look at her. Give us a time frame. No us. Get off my wall. Come on, off the wall. Because it helps you go to sleep. How do you say wall in Somalian? Darabi? Okay. How do you say get off? Karput Darabi. I said that right? Kafok. And I want to see this on the internet. Nobody's saying, I'm going to call my friend Suad in California. She's going to teach me how to say it. I'll be ready next week. Inshallah. Inshallah. Tawfiq. Tawfiq! My little man. Alhamdulillah. All right. So, where we at? A fi'lun. What did I ask her anyway?
One of the three time frames.
Give me one of the three time frames. Of a fi'lun, of an action.
Immediate.
She said immediate. Stop.
She wasn't there for that class.
Now it doesn't make a difference. Everybody knows what a time frame is. Okay? Well, that's what you guys start thinking about. What are time frames? No problem. It's okay. You should be nervous in class. That's why you come to class. Because you shouldn't get over the nervousness that you come to class, because it should be challenging. Okay? But your nervousness should keep you awake. It should keep you sharp. Time frame. We mean here an action happened. Somebody did something. What do you say? That's past tense, when they did it, right? So that's the past time. If it's about to do it in the future, that's future tense. Or present if they're doing it now. Immediate comes when someone tells you, do it. Because an order demands what?
Immediacy.
An order demands immediacy. You understand that? So if your father says, get up, and you say, okay, and you lay there, imagine what's going to happen. Somebody's going to get the big smack down, you know? But can your argument be, well, I was going to get up? Because the intellect says what? No, an order demands immediacy. You got to follow it right away. It's not like tomorrow you can get up and say, I did it. See? So we know this goes into fiqh. See, stuff we're learning now is going to help you later on. An order demands what?
Immediacy.
You will hear that again when we go over waraqat. The book Al-Waraqat in Usul al-Fiqh is the first, the Ajrumiyah of Usul al-Fiqh. We'll go over it, inshallah, if you stay. And you'll find in there, when it says in order, yani what? Al-wujub. In order, bin and now. Do it now. Okay? Unless there is what? Condition set. Unless there's a condition. Pray. Maghrib. When? Either garabat the situation now, when the sun gets to a certain place. Because why can't we pray Maghrib right now? Because there's a condition set. But the order is for immediacy, right when it comes in. When it comes in. But you have some leniency till a certain time frame. But there's an order. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, now we learn it here when we learn what an action is. Because an action is either one of three actions. It's either an amr, an order, Or, what else is it? Al-Madi. Or Mudari'. Now we have to stop and say, what is Mudari'? No. What does the word Mudari' mean? Mudari', say it, means like. Mudari' means like. Now, why did we say 3 time frames and we only named 1 time frame? Madi is past tense. Amr, it means order. But because an order means what? An order means immediacy, we know that Amr means immediate time frame. Right? Immediate future. Now, Mudari' means similar to or like. What does that have to do with present tense? Let's go back and understand this principle. I'm trying to give y'all the spirit of the whole language. That if you understand these little things now, you'll understand a lot about the language in the future. And ismun. Ismun is you have 3, you have an ismun, it says, let's say, mukhlisun. Mukhlisun. No, let me do something else. Zaydun. Zaydun. Say Zaydun.
Zaydun.
Zaydan.
Zaydan.
And Zaydin.
Zaydin.
Same person, Zayd. When you say his name, erase my board, please. When you say Zayd's name, you're going to say, here comes Zaydun. Say it.
Here comes Zaydun.
The whole thing. Here comes Zaydun.
Here comes Zaydun.
I see Zaydan.
I see Zaydan.
We just passed Zaydin. You see that? In the language, when you refer to Zayd in these different situations, you refer to him as Zaydun, say it,
Zaydun.
with 2 dhammas, or you refer to him as Zaydan,
Zaydan.
as 2 fathas, or you refer to him as Zaydin,
Zaydin.
with 2 kasras. That is the way you deal with an ismun. Erase that too. Erase the Zaydun too. Thank you. That's how you deal with Zayd when it's an ism. An ismun,
Al-ismun.
al-ismu,
Al-ismu.
you have Zaydun,
Zaydun.
Zaydan,
Zaydan.
Zaydin.
Zaydin.
Those are the 3 ways. That's for ism. The fi'lun. Let's say fi'lun now. Now we had the 3. We had the amr, right? And the amr is going to have a sukoon at the end of it. Ijlis.
Ijlis.
You see that? The amr has a sukoon at the end. It's always going to have a sukoon at the end. It's never going to change. It's always going to have a sukoon at the end.
It's always going to have a sukoon at the end.
It's not going to change like Zaydun, Zaydan, Zaydin.
It's not going to change like Zaydun.
Even if you say Ijlisi, talking to a lady, it still has a sukoon on the end, right? Ijlisu, talking to a bunch of people, it still has a sukoon on the end, right? So it's always going to have a sukoon at the end. It's mabni. It's constructed as mabni. Say that.
Mabni.
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 Meaning that it's constructed in a certain format that does not change. It's constructed in a certain format that does not change. A fi'lul amr is mabni ala sukoon. A fi'lul amr is constructed on a sukoon. It's always going to have a sukoon. It's not like an ism. You see that? Al-madi, say madi. A fi'lul madi. Fi'lul madi, mithla jalasa. Jalasa. It's mabni on a fatha. Meaning it's always going to have a fatha on the end of it. Every fi'lul madi has a fatha at the end of it. Every fi'lul madi has a fatha on the end of it. Right? Yes. Every last one of them. Jalasa. Ra'a. Meaning I saw. Daraba. Sami'a. Takallama. Nadara. What? Kataba. Qara'a. Name something. Kharaja. Dakhala. Salla. Akala. Shariba. Dhahaba. Every fi'l al-madi is going to have a fatha at the end of it. It's never going to change. It's not like an ismun. The ends do not change. It is mabni. And it's mabni ala fath. You understand that? These are your marching orders. Ain't no brain science here. Now, the third one is called mudari. Say what it's called? Mudari. Mudari means like. It means it's like an ismun. What do we say? We say here, yajlisu. Yajlisu. Yajlisa. Yajlis. Don't we say that? Huwa yajlisu. Right? And yajlisa. Lam yajlis. It changes, right? No. Its ends change from the dhamma to the fatha to the sukoon. So it is like an ismun. You see? You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. So we learn a principle here. The principle is that the fi'lun is mabni. That's the situation with the fi'lun most of the time. And the situation with the ismun is that it changes. It's mu'rab. What is it? Meaning you can make i'rab of the ends. The ends change. You understand that? But the fi'lul mudari is like the ismun because its ends change based on what's happening in a sentence. You guys get my point? No. So, min an yajlisa. Min an yajlisa. Huwa yajlisu. Lam yajlis. Okay? Lam ajlis. Lan ajlisa. I said an. Min an yajlisa. Which is the same thing as lan ajlisa. Okay? Or lan, but it has the same outcome. Okay? So you guys understand my point here? Yes. No, you don't.
I mean, I understand that ism changes, but I didn't understand. I didn't understand the. Can you repeat the fi'l?
Okay, the fi'lun.
You said that never. The end.
Fi'lun amr. An order always has sukoon.
Okay, I got that.
A madi always has fatha.
Okay.
Now the mudari is different. The mudari, his ends change just like the ismun's ends change. So the ismun, its ends change from a dhamma to a fatha to a kasra. Whereas the fi'lun, it doesn't take kasra, but it does take fatha and dhamma and sukoon. Whereas the ismun, it doesn't take sukoon. Okay? You understand me? Yes. So here, you'll see the ends change in the last letter. The lam of this kalima is seen. And on the seen you have a fatha, or you have a dhamma, or you have a sukoon. This is called mu'rab, i'rab. Because it's mu'raban, right, then we call this mudari. That's why we get this term. I'm trying to teach you the term so that you can understand what we mean when referring to this. Because you have to have this little subtle thing understood as you move forward. When we mention fi'l al-mudari, we mean the fi'lun that comes in the present future tense. Okay? Present future tense. But that mudari doesn't mean present future. Mudari means that it's like an ismun. In what way is it like an ismun? It's like an ismun in that the lam of the kalima changes based on the role that this word is playing in a sentence. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't? You don't get it. Yajlis, say yajlisu. That's the origin of the word. It's going to have a dhamma. The origin is going to have a dhamma. If it doesn't have a dhamma, something happened to it. Something happened to make the word change from yajlisu. Okay? Now those things can happen. We'll have to learn about them later. But the point is that some of those things will make it say yajlisa. And some of those things will make it say yajlis. Okay? The fact that it can do that means that it is not mabni. Mabni means that it does not change its construction. It's built like this and it's going to stay like that. Okay? Likewise, in ismun, the asl with it is its dhamma. Zaydun. If it's Zaydan or Zaydin, something happened to make it Zaydan or Zaydin. Whatever, it may not be the letter before it. It could be just the placement of it in a sentence or the role that it's playing in a sentence. Right? Because we started off this poem, we said, Allah fi kulli al-umuri ahmadu. There's nothing before Allah, but it became fatha. Right? So we learned that this is muqaddam, this is advanced in its place, but it's still playing a certain role.
What is asr?
Hasr.
The surrounding.
Right, it's surrounding and it's basically restricting the usage for a certain thing. Here, my point is here is not about hasr or what exactly that is. The point that it does change is what we need to pay attention to. Okay? The point that it changes. Yes. Madi? Yes. هذا ماضي جلست. نعم. We'll get to that. She says, okay, he said jalasa is fi'lul madi. However, we say jalastu or jalasna or jalasu and jalasat. But jalasat is the same as this. We'll get to the i'rab of those when we get to that part because I don't want to confuse anybody in this regard. Okay? Because here, that's still mabni. That's still all mabani. Because the ta at the end of the word is again, these are huruful ziyadat. They bring extra meaning. Those are ismuns added onto the word. Okay? When you say jalastu, tu means what? You. It means ana. I. I forgot what language I was writing. But it means ana, okay? SubhanAllah. It means ana. And this is an ismun. Okay? Tu is an ismun. It's added onto jalasa as a suffix. Okay? At the end of the word. Since you don't say jalasatu, you don't say that, then this is made sukoon in that regard and it says jalastu. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That to put in the actor, because in Arabic, whenever you have the fa'lun, you have to have the fa'il, the one who acted. You have the action, you have to have the actor along with it. So this is the actor. Jalastu. In order to join them, they sukoon that one and they put ta, tu, or ta, because you can say jalasta or jalasti, based on whoever it is, ana, anti, here. Nah, or jalasat.
What is the meaning of jalasa?
Jalasa means to sit. Jalasa means to sit. To sit. I said I use that one because everybody is sitting. Right, and how I would love to sit. Jalisun. Okay? That's an ismun also. Okay? Whenever it has tanween, we know it's a ismun, right? Yes. Because we went over that. So does that answer your question? Does that make it more understandable?
No, I understand.
Okay. So we're going to get through this as we go through. Now I'm going to leave the lesson like that right now so we don't go too far. Okay? Oh, did we do it in this one? Ismun fa'lun. Harfun. Harfun, we already did harfuns before. Everybody knows what a harfun is, right? What is a harfun? Connectors, right? We went over this. We did a whole lesson just on huruf because we wanted to khalas minha, right? So really we're not focusing on ismun and fa'lun. We know what these are. Min, ila, wa, an, wa, fi, wa, ruba, wa, ba, wa, ala. We'll get to them as we get there. Okay? And the connectors have different rules. Like, for example, if we have min, say min. Min makes whatever comes after it have a kasra. Okay? An, say an. An makes whatever comes after it have a fatha. Or what comes in the place of a fatha. Lam, say lam. Lam makes what comes after it have a sukoon. Or what comes in the place of a sukoon. Okay? So each one of these connectors, and min means from, right? This means that. Okay? This means not, did not. Okay? So these are connectors in a word. It says an before a verb and anna, before an ismun. We'll see those things as we get to them. There's a lot to do. Right now, I just want you to understand this. One line at a time. We said, إِنَّ الْكَلَامَ عِنْدَنَا لَفْظٌ مُرَكَّبٌ مُفِيدٌ. We understand that, right? قَدْ وُضِعَ is placed and put grammatically in Arabic so forth, and it's intended, right? لَفْظٌ مُرَكَّبٌ مُفِيدٌ قَدْ وُضِعَ أَقْسَامُهُ الَّتِي عَلَيْهَا يُبْنَى. Now, the types that speech is built upon, kalam is built upon three types of words. So kalam has only three types of words. There are no four types of words. There's no five. There's only three types of words in the whole Arabic language. Every word you will see will be one of these three. It will either be an ismun, a fi'lun, or a... That's it. It won't be anything else. All right? And an ismun comes like this. It changes. The ends change on the ismun. A fi'lun, usually the ends do not change, right? Except for the mudari, which is like the ismun, so it's changed. The harfun, the ends do not change. They're mabni. Okay? Just like that. But they change the ends of the words that come after them. Right? You guys got that? أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله. If I have any questions, go ahead, ask.